Hi, everybody. I want to discuss a few things. I want to give everyone a second to get logged on as we discuss truth. Bound to be true. I'm not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. It's it's the thing that drives us. It's the thing that defines us. It's the thing that makes us who we are. Our truth, and we have to stick to our truth, stick to our values. And I want to take a moment to discuss, Obamacare. In the wee hours of the morning, Republicans took a drastic step to try to appeal Obamacare. Now, here's the thing: we're fighting for single payer health. We're fighting for a single payer health care system, Medicare for all. There are huge problems that we have with Obamacare. For one, it's too expensive. For one, it's too expensive, and sometimes a lot of the premiums crushes hard-working families. That's to be noted. Uh, and there are a lot of other things about Obamacare. There are no pre-existing conditions. You can't be kicked off your health care insurance in case you get sick. Adult kids can stay on their parents' insurance until they're 26 years old. Beth, we definitely have to fight for single payer health care, but can we afford to lose the gains that we do have right now while we're in the midst of doing that? I think the answer is no. Zolin. Zolin was a kid that was saved from this law. Zolin, born with a congenital heart failure. By the time that she was 6 months old, she had already used up her lifetime limits. Her lifetime limits on her coverage was already used up. She needed to have more heart surgeries. So the insurance company sent a letter to her parents about how they were no longer going to cover her. So she was, about to die actually. Obamacare was passed, and Obamacare makes it illegal for insurance companies to put limits on the amount of care that you get. Now that she's exactly Nancy, now she's actually alive today, alive and well today. Her life is saved because of this law. We can't afford to be silent on issues just because we don't agree with the person on 100% of the things. Do we have problems with Obamacare? Of course. But this is something that's in place. No pre-existing condition, no lifetime limits on your coverage. We can't afford to lose that. People literally will die. Is that to say that we shouldn't fight for single payer? Hell no. We should be out there fighting for single payer now and into the days to come. But we can't afford to be silent on this issue. We have to band together. This is what being truth is about. This is what being a real progressive is about. This is this is what it's being about. It's not necessarily the flash and glam of blaming the current administration on everything. We've done a great job at opposing things. We've done a great job at calling people out on things. But it's more to it than that. What are we for? Exactly, Alex. What are we for? What are we for? We do a great job of calling out Cory Booker and the way he's been bought by Big Pharma. We doing a great job at that. But if Cory Booker does something right, can we come out and support it? Can we come? Are we capable of doing that? We have to be capable of doing that. We have to be able to oppose and support where we see fit. We have to be able to, that's what being for truth is about. Being for truth isn't about just doing what you think is popular in the social media or in the streets. Being truth is about supporting what's real. Look, we're no longer in campaign mode. This is about governing right now. This is about governing. Do we have a lot of love for the Democrats? No. Should we back them on blocking the repeal of Obamacare? Yes. Are we capable of doing that? That's the question I'm asking. I like to think that we are. We have to be capable of standing behind them on this particular issue. I am not a Democrat. I am an independent. Leanne, you say your daughter has a brain tumor and has to have an MRI routinely. I can't. I agree with what you're saying, which is why we shouldn't actually, why we shouldn't be silent on this. I haven't seen any of us out here raising hell about them trying to repeal Obamacare. We've been silent on it because it's Obama's bill. We've been silent on it because we don't agree with the law on 100% of the things. There's a lot of things in that law we can't lose, but there's a lot of things in that law we can't afford to lose because people would die. There is no replacement right now. There is no replacement. We need Medicare for all, Bill. That's what we need. Medicare for all. And I just don't think think that we have to actually lose pre-existing conditions and the things that actually make the law better, make healthcare better while we're doing it. I think we can't afford to do it. That's one thing. Let's get that out there. We cannot afford to do it. We can't afford to lose this law while we're waiting for single payer. We can't. There's millions of people out there that need their insurance. Patty, do you really believe that? Do you really believe they'll do that? We talk about a Republican we had a Republican president for 8 years under George Bush, and we had a House and a Senate that had the majority for 6 of those 8 years. Not only did they not try to pass Obamacare, not Obamacare, but they didn't do anything on health care. Do you really think these bought-off people are going to try to keep pre-existing conditions in place? It's not going to happen. I don't trust them, and you shouldn't either. You shouldn't either. Is this law expensive? It is. The insurance company raised the rates. I agree. I think Alex said that earlier. But the fact that we're silent on things that because we don't agree with a person 100% of the time, it's going to kill the movement. It's going to kill it. Mike, let me get to some of you guys' comments. What do you think about prescriptions about you? I agree. You need to govern based on what the right thing to do is. I agree. The Republicans only want to give each person a $6,000 to pay for all Medicare bills. Wow. Mindy, yeah, MMT could save us. That's true. But we still can't afford to lose what we have in place now while we fighting for, well, I'm not going to say fight for MMT because MMT is not a policy. It just is. MMT is something that we're just not using correctly. And we have to continue to spread that to the masses too. MMT will get us universal health care though. MMT will get us a single payer Medicare for all because it debunks the BS notion that we can't afford it. It debunks that notion. Yes, huge problems with that, Patty. The fines and the tax. You know, one thing I will have to say this though. I thought that the government was forbidden from taxing people for not having insurance. That didn't seem to work out that way, obviously. Lynn said you're concerned about Social Security and Medicare. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about cutting Social Security and Medicare because we can't. They say we can't afford it anymore, and that's where MMT comes in. That they're lying to us, you know, because taxes don't fund federal spending. We're not paying into Social Security and Medicare every week or every 2 weeks on our paychecks or every month, however you get paid. Every dollar that comes out of the federal government is a new dollar. So the fine, Patty, this year is going to be $1,000. Wow. Thanks, Joey. How do we get the masses to know about MMT? Wow, Carol. That's something that Steve has actually done a good job on of actually trying to spread to the masses. The best way to get MMT to let people know about MMT is more and more of us to actually learn about it ourselves, so we can go tell a friend, and you can go tell a friend, you can tell it to your family member, and I can go tell it to my family member. That's going to be the most effective way in order to get it to the masses. We're going to have to be the change that we're looking for. I agree, Linda. Congress keeps thinking that we're dumb when it comes to actually taxes don't fund federal spending. They want to keep making us think that we're broke. They want to make us keep thinking that we're broke. But my whole point of this video is we do a great job at opposing things, and rightfully so. We need to take that same energy into supporting things actually at the same exact time, regardless of whose name's attached to it, regardless of who's pushing it. If it makes sense, we should be behind it. If it's a progressive agenda, we should be on it. I don't care if it's Donald Trump. I don't care if it's President Barack Obama. I don't care if it's Hillary Rodham Clinton. I don't care if it's Cory Booker, who we just seen sold the American people out on on prescription drugs. If he actually comes out with another bill, we have to support. We have to keep things separate. Yes, he voted against the people on this issue, but if there's a particular issue where he votes for the people on, we have to be able to support that and still come back and give him hell on what he about him voting against the people, and yeah, still vote against him for re-election. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that's true. A lot of states refuse to expand Medicare, which is why, Alex, I I, I can't fathom why was it so hard to defeat Republican governors that turned down the Medicare expansion. They didn't even bring it up in the primaries. You guys remember the politician from Kentucky, Senator, well, she's running for the Senate, Alec, Allison Grimes, was running against Mitch McConnell. You remember that? Wouldn't even want to tell who she's voted for, and didn't even want to tell about the Medicare expansion. And that's why she lost. Yes, yes, I agree, Karen. We cannot take that gamble. We we cannot take that gamble. We have to be. We are progressives. We are progressives. We have made gains with the Affordable Care Act. Is it the popular bill? Is it the best bill we can come up with? Hell no. Do we have serious problems with it? Yes. But can we afford to be silent on it, really? Right now, if you're already sick, you can still get health insurance. They repeal that, that changes. People die. We can still fight for single payer health care. But we can't afford to lose this in the process. We we can't afford to lose this in the process. Ah, this is where I'm seeing the disconnect at with us sometimes. The disconnect. We're great at being against things and calling things out. It makes great bumper stickers, but when it comes to us being for something, we have to bring that exact same energy. We have to bring the exact same energy. And when I come and when I talk about an issue that helps the people, you don't have to come at it. Here's the problem that we've had. For example, when I mentioned the overtime law that President Obama passed through that got struck down by the courts, a lot of blowback I got was TPP and dropping bombs on other countries. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, really? When did I tell you that you had to be for the TPP and for dropping bombs to actually be for the overtime law? This whole one size fits all type of politics is frustrating. It is frustrating. You don't have to loop everything together. Not when we're not in campaign season anymore. We're trying to govern. We're trying to govern. You can agree with someone on an issue that makes sense, and you can disagree with them on issues that you don't agree with them on. It does not have to be looped together. That's the part that's going to destroy progress. That's the part that's going to destroy progress. I'm for truth, no matter who says it. I'm for justice, no matter who it's for or it's against. I'm not here to say little bumper sticker quotes to try to get a lot of attention, to try to drop a lot of likes. I'm not here for that. I'm here to give the truth. Regardless of who agrees with it or not, it is the truth. It may not be popular. It may not be. It might not be popular when I come out and say that, we won't get more closed. It's easy to blame it all on President Obama. But how many people voted to actually have it closed? Two. We like to talk about the public option being that he gave up on the public option, but the fact of the matter is, those blue tall Democrats was not even going to let it come up for discussion as long as the public option was out there. They wouldn't even let it come up for discussion. I just give reality, and I give the facts, and I just want to make you guys think for a second. Just want to make you think for a second. I'm not against dropping bombs on other. I'm not for dropping bombs on other countries either. Am I anti-war? I'm for dumb wars. I'm against dumb wars. But I ask myself this, and I want you guys to ask yourself this. I'm not asking for you guys to give me a response. I'm not asking for a comment. I just want you to just kind of sit on this for a second. Republican or Democrat? Do you think these people that's in office, these presidents in office, start looking old overnight and get this gray hair in their heads overnight? You think that you think it works like that? You think this for no exact reason? I doubt it that it's for no reason. I bring this up because we don't know what kind of classified information that they have that keeps them up at night. We don't know. We don't know. So we don't know what threats that's been aimed at us on a day in, day out basis. I just want you guys to sit on that for a second. And we can't kill our way to peace. Linda, I agree with that. We are allowed to defend ourselves, and that I agree with that too. But sometimes when we're vigilant, we don't know what the threat really is. Now, does that mean I think that we should be for dropping bombs on other countries? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to make us actually analyze and sit on and think on something for a second. No one that's in that position starts looking old overnight for no reason. And I doubt it's because they have a lot of stress of having to do multitasking things. I think it's more like I think it's usually because of more national security issues and threats aimed towards us. My opinion. Exactly. We have no clue, Joey. No clue. I just thought I'd just put that out there for a second. No one is looking old overnight for no exact reason. And I don't think it's because they're having to multitask. I don't think. I slept well last night. You guys slept well last night. But if there was some kind of threat that we had to be worried about, we would have been up all night. Just something just want you guys to sit on and think about for a second. Um, I'm Kendall Sullivan. I'm just going to leave it there. Have a great day, guys. Peace. And I'm out.